So this is round 3 of XE's Battlegrounds tournament, and I am facing Midow. That Guardian is something I probably want to ban, especially with Rich Get Richer, and Scorpion's annoying on defense and offense. So is Rintra, but I unban that because I don't really want to deal with Terrax. Rintra and Tigra both do a very large and consistent amount of damage to my specific deck, so I do need to be mindful of those, but hopefully it works out. Just need to be mindful of it. When there's usually 4 people I want to ban, sometimes 5, and so I need to be mindful of those 2 more than others. So he picks Gallon. I was debating between Man-Thing and Doom. Man-Thing is a better pure defender, but Doom can be an attacker, and at this point I'm not really sure what I want to pick, but I go for Doom, and immediately it becomes the wrong choice because he gets Archangel, but it is what it is, not necessarily an issue. You know, I did with what information I could. So here I go for Tigra and Mephisto for defense because Mephisto is really, really potent and hard to kill with a lot of defenders. And he picks Nimrod. Not really sure why, probably for defense, but I have many Nimrod count. I have 1 Nimrod counter, I wouldn't say many. So I go for Archangel here for either Gallon or Nick Fury. My plan would be to Archangel Nick Fury and then CGR Gallon, and that should work pretty darn well. And then the question is, who do I want next? I can either take Jugs for someone, or I can take Quicksilver for defense, but Quicksilver is just going to get Archangeled, so I decide to go with Juggernaut. He probably is going to end up picking Doom and one other, maybe like Deadly Origin's not great for this, but maybe if he wants to nuke Mephisto, and he goes with Hercules. So here, have a couple different options. I could take Kitty. I actually go for Domino. I know he has Nimrod. Nimrod's unawakened, and I need more defenders. Nimrod's still going to murder her, but like I have to do what I have to do to place workable defenders at the very least. So he places Kraven, which means I figure I'm probably just going to Juggernaut that and absolutely destroy it. So I place someone who I know is going to get nuked. So I place Doom. I assume it's going to be like a 50-second fight. Doom's not my best defender. He's my second best defender. Mephisto's better. And so I place Doom because I know that Juggernaut will completely nuke Kraven. So that's the thought process there. Here I'm debating whether I want to like use, I believe it's Archangel for Kraven, but I just go with Juggernaut. And yeah, we'll see how this fight goes. I do recall this fight not going perfect. Going decent, but not like ideal in terms of rotation. So in Rich Get Richer, I always start with a parry heavy because it gives me more power. So I parry heavy, then I dash in, do a combo, do another combo. Theory power steals me up. Throw special too. Just take a heavy to the face. And yeah, so I lose my thing, then I have to throw a special 1. Fight would have been over. Burned like 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 seconds. And I can just throw the special 2 right here, and it should basically kill. Yep, and he is dead. So played that not perfect. It should have been like a 25-second fight, but I mean, take the win. I did speed that up, and I'm going to be speeding up any fights that I finish faster than my opponent, just because nobody wants to sit through a long screen. So I end up winning that. Honestly, a pretty darn solid fight against Doom, but just not enough. Juggernaut's way too fast. He had no chance in that fight. His matchup is just too slow. And so here we go. Now it's time for me to place my best defender, which is Mephisto. If he places Doom, I will Archangel or Tiger it. If he places Nick Fury, I will Archangel it. If he places Hercules, I will probably Archangel that just because I might want to save Tigra for something else. So here we go. He places Doom, and I'm going to go Tiger, but I last minute decide, like, I'll just do Archangel. It's going to be like a 85% health, 50-second fight. I just ranked up Archangel to rank 3 like 2 days ago. I don't know how fast he is versus Doom. And I can tell you right now that I was fully incorrect. It is not nearly that fast and not nearly that much health. So didn't go great. I definitely, if I were to go back in time, would have used Tiger here. But live and learn. I have not seen that many Archangel versus Doom fights in terms of, I don't know if that was luck or skill. I can just see the numbers, so now I get to try it. So I get 2 bleeds off, which is kind of nice, and get a poison, so I'm feeling pretty good. And here I wanted to not throw that special if I can, avoid it. There we go, chain the special. I'm kind of torn between repairing to keep him from throwing bars of power, or special ones rather, and I don't even know how that happened. I really don't. And I'm torn between that and like not taking a shit ton of block damage, so here we go. Okay, he's about to get stunned. There we go. Special 1. Okay, now I can just bait out this L2 and heavy him and we should be ready. So he gets stunned, which means I just do like a medium heavy combo, which I knew was going to work, and that is the fight. I missed the special 1 dex, but other than that, it worked out okay. I don't even know if I missed that, to be honest. That was kind of weird. Oh yeah, right, some input issues. Not input issues, connection issues. Yeah, so I do end up winning that fight. I guess I could have been at like 85 or 86% health, so it wasn't necessarily that bad. I just didn't play perfect here, and I probably should have used Tigra. But it is what it is. Here we go. That is the first match. Now it's match 2. Let's see. I'm probably just going to do the same bands. I believe I do the same bands throughout the whole thing, or maybe I mix up like one. But I'm pretty consistent with bands usually, unless there's a really, really good reason not to be, in terms of like someone uses a champ I didn't think that they would be able to use on attack or defense, and it really hinders me. And here, I'm going to ban Rincha, and then I believe I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I banned Guardian. Because Guardian's disgusting, so you really should not be leaving him unbanned. Here we go. They're all good, but Massacre's easily the most versatile out of any of them. You want to pick versatile at the beginning, because if I pick Archangel and he just picks all these random defenders like Nimrod and Nimrod and Overseer and stuff, then I can't do anything about it. And it is what it is. So I never suggest picking Archangel early. I get Domino, and immediately he gets Nimrod, because why not, right? But I'm still feeling good. CGR is a very good pick. He can kill everything on the board right now. Not on the draft board, but everything on the board. He takes those 2. I go for Archangel. That's for either Doom or Nick Fury. And then I can either go Hercules or Nick Fury. I end up choosing Hercules because I figure he's better on attack by a very large margin, and worst comes to worst, if I throw him on defense, he won't be bad. And so basically both were decent, but I weighed a little bit more towards offense on that decision. Here we go. Honestly, Mole Man could have been a decent pick here, but I don't believe he grabs him. He goes for Kraven. I really don't like the Kraven pick. I probably would have gone Mole Man. I think he's just harder. So here I go for Gallon. First off, he's going to be a very strong defender here. Hercules can do it, but you have to play very, very well. So, actually, no, I don't go for Gallon. Yeah, that's right. I go for Penny for that exact reason. I didn't want Hercules to nuke him. So, Penny, and I have a feeling he's probably going to go Venom for Penny, which works, especially with the Rich Get Richer. I don't like it just because it's a little bit slow, but it definitely does work. And also, Ultron is actually a reasonably decent defender given who he has on his attack. Only Hercules can do it. So I place Penny, and I know he's going to Venom it. Maybe he Herculeses it, and then I have to really rush. So if he Herculeses it, that puts a lot of pressure on me to play very quickly and well. So he places Doom. I'm debating between Massacre and Archangel. I end up going Archangel again, and spoiler alert, I play like shit again. But, I mean, it is what it is. Archangel is one of the easiest champions to use in the game. I can't believe that I'm not doing it easily, but I think it's more so just being able to evaluate exactly how a fight's going to go, and my inability to do so because I'm not used to his health and his attack. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. I mean, it's literally Archangel. It's just good to know, and I need to be a little bit smarter and more mindful in my evaluations of how good he is for a certain fight. But it's not really that much of an issue. We go for a heavy, couple heavies, special 1 chain, get a neuro, special 2, Dex that. I can do the heavy combo right here. Perfect. He gets that. Aura, which is fine. And here I do something a little bit risky. I parry heavy combo in a special 1 because I figure I'll be far enough back. And the Neurotoxin actually shuts down the resist, which I didn't know was a thing. I thought that once it was procced, it was just there. But that was nice too. Now I can't really do shit, to be honest. Yeah, I can't heavy here. So just gotta be smart, play it safe. There we go, chain in a special 1. Now I can reparry, fuck up a reparry and take 1,500 damage just for my troubles. There we go, special 2, hit the Dex there. Heavy chain in a special 1. And that is pretty much the fight. But played pretty poorly there. Was not happy at all with that. But I do figure I'm probably going to end up winning. And I do. So I'm up 1-0. And we will see about the next round. Okay. Who was I going to place? Well, I mean, we'll find out. But it's always good to think about who you're going to place in the future to kind of plan that stuff out. A lot of people don't play until the 3rd round. He puts Craven, which means immediately I'm going to massacre it, which also means it's going to be done in less than 35 seconds. So I can place Ultron and trust that he's probably not going to be able to Ultron my Hercules. Or I can also place Domino. It doesn't matter. Either one will work. Because, I mean, Nimrod will probably be able to do it. You'd have to play perfect. You'd have to be able to hit every parry. And, I don't know. I think I like my matchup. I think I have a very solid shot. I should be above 95% health, and I should be done within 35 seconds. So he definitely can beat me, but he has to play well, and I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I could be doing decent. So I trigger Rich Get Richer. Then I tap into his block for 8 charges. And at this point, I just go for it because I know that 2 of them are going to crit, and I want to rush up with power. There we go. I'd like to bait out an L2 from him instead because I don't want to get rooted. I don't want to deal with that bullshit. So here we go. He throws that L2. I dex that. Special 2 time. He goes down to 11%. I take the missed hit. And yeah, he is gone. So pretty smooth fight. Could have gone better, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think I played well, and yeah. So that is the fight. And that is the 2nd round. It is best of 5, which means that I need to win 1 more. I'd really do well not to get reverse sweeped here. So yeah. Here we go. Almost ready for round 3. Had more connection issues, actually. Thank you, Kabam. And yeah. Okay. Here is our match. And same bands as always. Terrax, Scorpion, and Guardian. I do ban Scorpion a lot, and I ban Guardian a lot. They're both very good. And they both counter a lot of things that you wouldn't necessarily expect, which makes them especially potent because of their versatility. So I grab Tigra. I go for Quicksilver here over Domino, because I'm tired of him just getting his Nimrod and bullying my Domino. Here we go. CGR works for every single one of those matchups. And I go Maw for defense. Was considering going Torch for offense. Elected not to. And immediately after I pick Maw for defense, he gets Torch, which is a little bit annoying, to be honest. And here we go. I'm going to take Nick Fury for defense. And I'm considering either Massacre or Penny. But Massacre's not that good for anything here besides, like, I guess, Overseers. So I go for Penny. Here, I assume he's going to take Magneto. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. And goes for Hercules as well. And here, there aren't that many people to Archangel, so I go for Juggernaut. So yeah. Here we go. This time I have the advantage, and so that means that he places first, which gives me an informational advantage. He places Apocalypse. I'm going to Juggernaut that, which means, again, and I've said this before, I can place a faster defender. So I place Quicksilver. He's going to Hercules it. Even if he plays perfect, that's like a 45-second fight. 40-second fight. I'm not going to take 40 seconds. So it doesn't matter. He can play perfect. It won't matter. So that's my game plan going in. You always want to put a defender that is just not fast enough to give you a solid cushion. You don't want to put like a super great defender when you have an amazing attack matchup. It just doesn't make any sense. So here we go. Same strategy as I've always said. Drop a little heavy counter. There we go. Drop that special 2. Here, he's half dead. And then I back off, and I just go for it. And like a fucking idiot, I do that. All I had to do was just throw that special 2, but instead I don't have a Fury, which is fine, because I can just stand him up with the unblockable, do a Striker, special 2, and he's dead. Played pretty brain dead there. Definitely could have played that a lot smarter, but I do end up taking the dub there. And so now I just need to win one more fight, and I am on to the next round. So we shall see. But I mean, that also illustrates the power of Juggernaut. I played like an idiot, and I still didn't ever have to bait out a special attack, and I still killed in 30 seconds flat. So Juggernaut's absolutely crazy. If you don't know that already, you'll find that out very shortly. So Nick Fury goes down. And he places, I believe it's Overseer. And the best option for Overseer is actually CGR. CGR doesn't really work on anyone besides Nick Fury, for whom I'm going to use Penny. But I decide I'm up 2-0 and I'm up 1-0 in the game, even though Tiger's objectively a worse option, because first off, she's worse than CGR for this matchup, and second off, she's better for every other matchup. I choose to use Tiger because I want to have some fun. And I want to enjoy myself. This whole point of this game is to have fun. So I go for Tigra. And yeah, game plan's pretty simple. I'm just going to SB2 him twice, and he's going to die. Still should be a very quick fight. Barely over 30 seconds, probably. And yeah, here we go. Get that heavy counter. Get that heavy counter. And then I stop going for heavy counters, I believe. Or for the things, because I have enough power. So there we go, special 1. I drop my special 2. He's chunked. Now I can just heavy counter off of this, and we're pretty much just good to go. Double resist, but he doesn't punish me, which is nice. So now I'm just going to heavy counter this. Then I'm going to heavy chain once, and we should be good to go. Heavy counter this. But because of the spacing, I'm too far away. Now look at this. My heavy, I move towards the wall with him, which pushes him as far back pretty much as he can go. I whiff the first 2 hits. And you can see he was in range in between the 2 hits, but not before either of the hits. Absolutely crazy. And then I dropped the special 2. That really pissed me off because I had it in the bag and I played kind of dumb. Did take a small risk. I should have just I should have thought about the fact that he was maybe barely out of range. Taking a little bit slower, but it is what it is. I still like my chances in the 3rd round, but pretty annoying because, you know, having Tiger would have made it a lot easier, and so I basically played for fun and could potentially lose this round because of it. But I like my defender, so he goes ahead and places Magneto. So I go for Penny Parker. He's going to torch that, which is fine. It's not that fast of a matchup, and I go for Maul for obvious reasons. So, haven't used my Maul on offense yet. Actually, I've been pretty excited to use him for a while, so hopefully I just don't suck and don't mess it up. I'm going to start off with a heavy for power, then combo, and we'll see where I'm at in terms of power and in terms of those 20 charges. So we parry heavy, and you can see that degen just chunking him down. Pretty good. Special 1. Fine, no problem. And I look at this, and I feel like he kind of has a lot of power, and I'd love it if he didn't throw a special. So here we go. I do the heavy for a better power ratio. drop that special 2 in the falter. Perfect. Hopefully he can just throw that SP2 when I'm in falter, and he doesn't, which is slightly irritating. But now I'm getting a new falter. Just kidding. He throws it right before. Gotta love it. Go for a heavy. Probably shouldn't have done that when he wasn't against the wall. The falter's timer's long enough for me to do it, but kind of dumb. And here what I should do is use a special 1 to nullify. Actually, no, there was nothing to nullify. Special 2. And it kills. So, yeah. Maul worked pretty darn well for that. Pretty happy with that fight. I don't think it could have gone that much better. And honestly, that special 2 probably kills like an R3 too. And yeah, so I end up winning this match as well, which means that I advance to, I believe it is round 4? I want to say it's round 4. It might be round 3 though. But yeah, so good game to Midow. Played well. I also had a bigger roster than he did, so that's always a big issue as well. But yeah, so GG's to him, and yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and stay tuned for the next round.